we're all going to be getting into our cars to visit and family and friends, and more than we would have done because of course, the train strikes kicking in on Christmas Eve. How busy is busy?
Yeah, good morning, Rosie. It is likely to be very busy. It's almost the perfect storm. You've got people travelling this Friday, this Saturday. Those are the busiest days, about 20 million people each day. Then on Saturday, there's about 20% of people as well say that they will still be doing shopping on Saturday. So all those motorways close to shopping centres, the M25 Blue Water, the M60 near Manchester, the Trafford Centre, the M42 at Birmingham, the M5 at Cribbs Causeway, all those areas where you get shoppers and then through traffic will be extremely busy. And we found last week in the snow and the ice, we had 30% more breakdowns. So at the AA, we're actually advising drivers to be fully prepared. And one of the things we're talking about, more than a third of drivers, when they break down or indeed have a crash, don't really know where they are. They might say, oh, I'm on a motorway, I've passed a junction, I'm not sure what it is, or I'm on a rural road, I've just turned off, I can see fields, I can see a pub. And what there is out there, there's a free app called What 3 Words. And what it does, it divides the whole of the globe into 3-metre squares. And every 3-metre square has 3 unique words that describe it. So if you broke down on the M40, on the service area at Beaconsfield, if you were close to the petrol station there, the 3 words are join, strict, and bound. And what that means, if you told us those 3 words, we could go precisely where you are, not in the car park, not in the other area. So that's a good preparation. And of course, the other is
that app really to work out exactly where you are so you can be found more effectively and efficiently. I was in Yorkshire last week. Of course, it was really cold. We needed a jump start to get the car going again, which was pretty unpleasant. You're saying be prepared. Tell us, what do we need to pack with us to make sure if you're in that situation, you've got everything you need?
Absolutely. So prepare your car, prepare yourself. Preparing your car this time of year, tyre pressures are really important. They change a lot when it gets cold and then it warms up. So go to a garage, check your tyre pressures. The other thing at this time of the year, your windscreen washer fluid. You'll have found last week in Yorkshire, you use a lot of it at this time of year because there's grit on the roads. And if your windscreen wipers and the fluid isn't working, you can't really see ahead. We also find quite a few people jump into their car with the heating of the car, the heated seats, steering wheel, and don't really take a coat or anything. So basic things, if you break down on a motorway, it's advisable to get out of the car on the left-hand side if it's safe to do so. And obviously you need a coat, a fluorescent jacket is also helpful. And one bit of advice that last week some people were caught out when they were stuck on the M11, make sure you've got at least half a tank of petrol or diesel or electric charge. Because if the worst comes to the worst and you get stuck in traffic, like people were stuck for 8 hours on the M25 in the snow, at least if you've got fuel, you can keep your engine running a bit, keep your heater on and keep warm. So, prepare ahead, prepare your car, prepare yourself, check traffic before you go. And if it is very rainy, which we predict it will be, just leave more space between your vehicle and the car ahead.
Yeah, it sounds, it's obvious, but really good to be reminded. One of your messages was take snacks. What snacks do you have in the car?
Yeah, I mean, that's up to personal choice. But obviously, if you've got snacks that are a bit longer lasting, like, high protein bars, chocolate bars, and plenty of water, those are the basic things to keep you going. Some games for the kids to keep them entertained in the back of the car to stop the dreaded "Are we nearly there yet?" cry from the kids. That always helps to make the journey better.
Of course. What games did you play in the car? What games did you play in the car?
Well, my kids are a little bit older now, but we used to play I Spy or spot the AA vehicle. Is the AA vehicle towing? How many can you spot? And you get bonuses for that. So there are lots of good games.
Yeah, I Spy is quite boring on the motorway, though, isn't it? Sort of get stuck with what you can spy in the car rather than outside of it. Evan, thank you very much for joining us. Very sensible, practical advice, as always. President of the AA, really appreciate your time.